out, another chat, another video, another what if. And I'm here with Terrell Smith, Mr. TS Growth TV, back in the house. We're here to chat some more. We've chatted before, so we're here to give you a nice little what if session. I mentioned before that I was going to start doing some collabs, so I'm excited to be here and speak to him today and have him over with me via this nice live Google Hangout. Glad to have you. Glad that there weren't so many technical difficulties this time and that things have worked smoothly. I think we're getting the hang of it, man. But how are you doing, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, hanging in there, man. Just grinding it out, man.
Okay. Yeah, man. Tell the crowd, tell everybody a little bit. You know, we have those dedicated folks that hang out with us typically on our videos that we see on other channels. But just in case we have some newbies in the house, I love the newbies. Make sure you videos that we see on other channels. But just in case we have some newbies in the house, I love the newbies. Make sure you all stick around. What do you do, man? Tell us about yourself, your channel, what TS Growth TV is all up to. Let us know.
Well, I was born in Detroit, Michigan, and that doesn't mean I'm a Lions fan or a Michigan fan or anything like that. You know, everybody's going crazy about the whole Michigan State thing. You know, but I'm not a real big Michigan college fan. But I'm born in Detroit. I'm a junior. I have a family of 5. I have 2 sisters. You know, I have a wonderful father and mother. You know, I've been born in Detroit my whole life. My dream place is to move to San Diego, you know, but I've been speaking for over a year and a half now. I created the channel to help impact lives and change lives, and it's growing slowly but surely. But you know, I use that channel, I share my story, and hopefully I'm just trying to like connect with others, you know. So hopefully we can find something in common. I try to connect and, you know, just inspire them, you know, to change their lives and to grow, not as far as like achieving money, but just grow on a personal level. Because once you change your lifestyle, your dreams is gonna come, right? You know, once you have the right lifestyle, you're gonna achieve you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. So that's what I'm doing, and that's what I share with my audience. And it's cool because I get to meet new cool people like you know, and Rishi Cup and Tamara. It's just so many of them. So I really enjoy it, man.
Yeah, man, it's fun. You know, we were just saying it's work. It's YouTube thing is work, but it's fun. The idea that, you know, we could change someone's life or add to someone's perception, just add a little bit of value, really is amazing. You know, I really did. You know, when I shot that thank you for the 200 subscribers, man, I really it was like a really just emotional moment. You know. I didn't think it would be, you know. I'm just throwing up a simple thank you, but it was humbling and good at the same time. So I'm sure you feel the same. And you know, being able to guide someone's growth, being able to affect someone's mindset, it's a powerful thing. So that's why I do this What If series. You know, it's about questions. A lot of the big famous speakers, you know, it's about what word you choose. And I believe Tony Robbins has been one of the biggest folks that have kind of nailed that point home, that asking yourself the right questions can lead to the right mindset. And I think when I started this series, I didn't really keep that in mind, yet I think it was there. And so it kind of hit that, you know, this is why I'm doing it. Because I thought about this idea a while ago. I think in that process, I think it really hit home. When I was thinking about this series at some point, you know, this is why I'm doing this. That's why I got to stick to this series. That's what I think it's cool. And so stepping it up from doing my just issuing questions, you know, into air and hoping everybody kind of responds. Now I want to get a chance to talk on some things and maybe go a little bit deeper on some of those what ifs. So in the typical tradition, this question to you and to everyone: what if blank person was never a part of your life? How would your life be now? So for instance, what if your mother, your cousin, your friend wasn't part of your life? How would that change your path right now? What kind of impression did they have? I want to go deep on this. Let's talk about this a little bit. So, you know, what can you tell me? What can you tell the viewers, about that particular question? How does that guide you?
Well, you know, one person that really influenced me back when I was like a senior in high school, maybe once I started to graduate college, was one of my friends that grew up. He was friends with my uncle. His name is Mario, but like he's pursuing his dreams to be a doctor. And hanging around him really changed me because, I told this story before, but I never forget when I was in college, and that's when I was still partying, drinking, and smoking. My mind was gone, and I was just talking to him because I transferred to his school. And I was just talking to him. I was like, "Yeah, man. Me and my friends, what we used to do at our old school, we used to drink and go to class, and it was really, really fun, man. You should try it." And he just looked at me like, "What is wrong with you? What you on, man? Like, like I'm not on that. Like, you feel me?" So, that really helped me because it helped me. It was like it just really it woke me up, hanging around people like him, man. So. And that saying is so important that who you are is you become who you hang around, right? So like one of the sayings it says that if you want to know who somebody is, usually the people that they hang around, like they're like the average of who they hang around, right? Does that make sense?
No,
so
makes sense.
Yeah, so it's the people who you hang around is really, really important, and also the people who you look up to is very important. I was looking at. I read a Warren Buffett quote, and he said, what did he say? He said, "Tell me who your heroes are, and I'll tell you who you're set out to be." And I was like, "Ooh, nice. I feel that one. That's deep." So if you're looking up to people like, Scarface, people came up to me. One of my friends way back then talking about his hero was Scarface. I'm like, dude, that's a movie, man. Like, that's your influence. Like, come on, man. But it's the people you hang around, the people who you look up to, I think really plays a huge part in your life.
Oh, you're right with that one, man. That's a great response. I love that one. I think it's great to look back and really think on, so what did this one person do? What about that situation, or maybe what about that person was important? Something about their character, something about what they added to you. Maybe they had some type of development. That little thing they did that may have added to you, even those little quotes that may stick with you for the rest of your life could essentially determine your entire path. You never know. Right? You never know. And that's why I like these questions, because sometimes it gives a chance to highlight things we really don't think on. Right? And if I were to give my answer to this, I would talk about, and it's something that I don't really think about. I hadn't really thought about until I came up with this question. We had kind of discussed, I kind of brought this up before, was about how back in preschool, right? Because it shows that a lot of our tendencies are formed as children without us even knowing. Think about the preschool. 4 and 5 years old. I had a bully, a kid named William. A kid named William bullied me, made fun of me all the time. Kid, for some reason, I said, I went to his house. I don't even know why I went to his house, y'all. I think, as a kid, you want friends, you want attention. We don't think about how it's not a good idea to hang out with somebody who bullies you. So I went over there, and the kid locked me in the closet. He went old school style, took a wire hanger and wrapped it around the outside. I had to kick and scream on the door till his mom let me out. It was nuts. But I think about that, and I think, okay, how did that have an impression on my life? And you would think there is no way that this experience as a kid had an impression. But one, I've developed thick skin throughout my life. I've done pretty well with, I can take a certain amount of criticism. I can take a certain amount of I like to use the word bo-yangs, the term I use. I like to keep things rated G, so use the term bo-yang here. And I can deal with quite a bit of it, and I think it's part of that. Also, I have a sense of justice, and also I have a part of me that doesn't put up with a lot of certain things and won't stand for people being bullied. And I think it kind of started with that, right? And you wouldn't think much of it, but I think it started with that, and that formed a willingness or a resilience in me that has kind of lasted throughout life a little bit, and it's definitely served me through some other times. So, it's just amazing what little things could have had an impact. Had I not had that, maybe I'd have been a little bit of I don't want to say a weakling, but maybe more of a crybaby a little bit longer. Who knows, right? Who knows? That's the power of the question is who knows? I don't know. I don't know. So I challenge anybody else, challenge everyone else to think about that. If you didn't have that special person in your life, a certain person that affected you, how would your life be? How would things change? Where do you think you'd be today? Would you be where you are? Maybe you'd be hanging out at the bar. Maybe you'd be partying. Maybe you'd be working. Who knows? Let us know down below. Make sure you let us know, okay? And because Terrell took his time out to come talk to me today, I don't know why.
It's a pleasure, man.
For some reason, y'all like hanging out with me and watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. I put a lot of work trying to get this out here, and so it's great to have people. It's great to meet you. It's great to meet everyone. I'm appreciative all the time. Make sure you check Terrell's video, his channel out. He's always putting videos up. He's consistent. He works hard. He even featured me. I don't know why. Right? I was just happy. That's all. I was happy. My hard work must be doing something. I don't know, but thank you for that. Make sure you check him out. I'll try to bump up a link here, put one here, maybe here, and then make sure I put his info down below. Is there anything else you want to share with the audience, Terrell, before we get back to work?
Yeah, man. I just want to say thank you guys for having me. Thank you, Justin, for sharing me on your channel, man. It was a real pleasure, man. Let's all keep growing and treat each day as a building block to a better future, man.
Thank you. He took my outro. Y'all, he took it. Y'all have a good day. Peace.
Take it easy.
What up, what up? Welcome to another Takeoff Tuesday, baby. If you didn't start Monday off the way you wanted to, today is the day to start your week off with a bang. Guys, yes sir, you see the title. The title of this Takeoff Tuesday is going to be called Pick One Thing. Are you listening? Pick one thing.
We all think that success happens overnight. But we just all think that success is very pretty. See, when we see these people that are very successful, we often forget that their history isn't something they often advertise. It's not something they often explain. They don't always go into depth of what it took for them. We're all so wrong, so wrong about time. At least most of us, and I know I was. Listen up. So we may not all be wrong about time. I wanted to visit and talk about this concept of time because we all grow up using that